Hello, 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 guys. How are you today? I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Like I promised you guys, if you are following me on social media, I say today we're going to do $1 million baby seminar. Just to give you some nuggets about, creating that intergenerational wealth, right? So if you can hear me right now, please give me some thumbs up. Comment if you can hear me. Comment where you're watching this from. Today I have my business partner. We're going to be talking about how to create that intergenerational wealth, right? That's the reason why we are actually working hard for our kids to make sure that we leave a legacy, right? That's about it. Um, Hello, how are you today?
Hi, Dixon. How are you?
Good, 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 good. So guys, I'm gonna introduce my business partner, Nomsa Maromo. She's my business partner, my mom, my mentor. She always makes sure that I stay out of trouble, right? Okay. So how was your day today?
My day was good, Dixon. How was yours? The weather was nice, so we can't complain.
Yeah, but yeah, the weather is nice, but with this pandemic, we can't really do much. We have to stay indoors. So my day was okay.
Yeah, we have to follow the rules and wear masks and wash our hands as many times as we can.
Yes, 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 yes. So, guys, as you're watching this, please share this content on your social media platforms so that other people, your friends, your families can get this amazing information. So, I know we've been going back and forth about this $1 million baby plan, creating that intergenerational wealth, right? So, tell me a little bit about, I know we've been going back and forth. Like, what do you think about this topic today?
This topic is good. It's not really talked about a lot
Mhm.
because it's hidden behind the uh, education plans that are there for from the government, where
Mhm.
the family contributes and the government matches. But the question is that enough?
Yes, yes, guys. So you heard that, guys. So I'm gonna say again before we get into the seminar where we're gonna be talking about different things, different strategies, how you can start creating that wealth. If you are a first generation in Canada, or even a second generation, or even if you're born here, this information is going to help you so that you can make a better informed decision when it comes to either your kids' education or just life in general, how to make sure that you pass on that legacy to the next generation, right?
Yes.
Yes. So uh, I have kids. I have kids myself, right? And I know that I want to pass my last name. So I want to make sure that that last name keeps going, right? I don't want to leave them without any money.
That's good.
Yes. So I'm gonna start this slide right now so that we can go into the seminar. So guys, please share the content so that other people can get this information on your Facebook. Please like. Planning for your children's future, right? A lot of people don't think about their kids' future because they feel like invincible. Your kids are still young, but what happens is kids grow fast, and before you know it, they want to go to school. You want to pay your school fees, education. So it's all about planning, right? Planning it better from the beginning, so that at the end, you can have enough cash to make sure that those things can be taken care of. So today, I'm going to be asking you questions and you can answer me. That's how we're going to go. So we all know that families should plan, right? Should plan for their kids' education. Everybody knows that. So, based on your experience, you're a financial coach. And you've been doing this, and as well myself, I'm a financial coach, and we said we're gonna bring this to you guys. So, what plans can family be looking at?
First, we are guided by what the government says, or the vehicles that we are supposed to use.
Mhm.
So for the children's education is the registered education savings plan, and that plan is for anybody. And my recommendation is, as soon as the child is born, you just start it right away, because if you procrastinate, then you might leave some money on the table, because the government will actually match up to 20% of what you put in, up to 2,500 per year. And that is a lot of money if you put it, if you grow it somewhere where it grows harder for your child. And they are always people like us to guide you on how to start that up and how to make it grow harder for your child, so that you have money that is ready when they go to school, versus them starting to use, preparing to be using student loans.
Okay. So when we touch about post-secondary, right? So you touched on the RESP. We know that that's been advertised everywhere, right? A lot of people know, a lot of families know about an RESP, right? Um, so registered education savings plans.
Yeah, those are the ones that are currently available, are
Mhm.
readily available for the families to actually take advantage of, and without leaving money on the table. But then the question, like I said again, is that enough? What is an RESP?
Okay.
Yeah, so the RSP is where the money that you put down for your child, the government will match, and then when if you open, if it's opened properly, then the whole family will use that money. So that's why I said you need people who know how to help you, to guide you, to set them up. And we know the tuition is going up. Currently, the tuition for four-year degree program, it's sitting at $60,000 a year. And
Just
then
an,
in 20
just an
years,
average, just
yeah,
an average degree.
yes.
Okay.
And then in 20 years from now, that is the focus is like it's going to be $110, 110,000
Mhm.
per year, and it's a lot of money. So that's why we are saying you need to plan.
Okay. So guys, you heard that. So right now, if you were to go to school, you're gonna spend about 60K. In the next 20 years to do the same degree is gonna, almost triple, almost double the money, right? So you want to make sure that you have enough money so that you don't have to go get student loan and be paying back. Your kids will be paying back that money, right? Um, so you want to touch about this a single child or family, right?
Yeah, I want to just talk about the attributes for these registered education funds.
Mm-hmm.
They can, if you have a one child, it's just a single account. But if you're planning to have more than one child, you can you open a single account, or even you can open a family account if you are sure you're going to have more than one child. Because the reason why you should open a family account if you have more than one child is if that the other child doesn't go to school, I mean, doesn't go to university, whoever is going will use all the money.
Mm-hmm.
Versus if it's a single account, if one child doesn't go, then the money has to go back to the government. You give them back the grants, and you can get to keep yours and the growth. And then if the children don't go to school, like they don't go to university, you give back the money, the grants to the government, and you can keep what you contributed plus the growth. You can put it to either your RSP, or you can make a withdrawal which you pay taxes on.
Okay. And it's kept at 50K. So after is 50K, then that's
After
it.
you contribute after up to 50,000. And then if you have three children, 50,000 each, and the numbers, you saw the numbers, uh, the tuition keeps going up. So depending on where you grow that money, and some parents are not really consistent with their contributions.
Mhm.
That's why we are saying this might not be enough. So you need to grow that money somewhere together with the RSP, complementing the RSP with other things again that we want to show you the strategies.
So for the RSP, as a licensed financial coach, how much would you recommend, like for a family to start? How much does this plan start at?
You can start with anything for a registered education savings plan, but I would put, if you can afford, it's always good to put in money that you can get back, the grant, which is 2,500, 20% of, yeah. So it's always good to put money so that you get 2,500 back from the government. They give you, they match up to that per year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, guys, you're hearing that, guys. So, please share the content so that other people can get this information. So, right now, we're going to jump into the complementary. So, we all know that about the RESP, right? And most people don't even know that there's other ways where you can actually start uh, creating that education fund, whether it's to purchase a home, marriage, or anything like that. So, do you want to touch a little bit about this complementary service and how it works?
This strategy, it's available. It's an insurance policy that you can buy for your child at any age, and it's something that we always recommend so that it complements the other education registered education fund, just in case the child wants to go further with education post grad,
Mhm,
or just in case the child wants to, or if they finish university and then there's money set aside for them to get married, if they want to get married, or to buy a home, there will be enough money for a down payment, or even when they better still they want to start a business.
mhm,
Some parents may say, oh, why should I do that for my child? That's what we are talking about, intergenerational wealth, to start your children, to give them a head start so
mhm,
that they will not struggle like what the first generations did, to have a student loan and they have to struggle with all this debt. We are saying give them a head start of financially ahead than what we started.
mhm. Awesome, guys. So you heard that, guys. So you want to be able to start right now, right? So you want to use the both RASP and the complementary service, $1 million baby plan, where you're gonna plan for your kids and making sure that that intergenerational general wealth still goes on and on, right? So I'm going to jump into the next slide where we look at a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old, female or male, right? So we all know that in Canada, if you have kids and you qualify for, let's say, child care benefits, right? So if you're getting that money, we know that you're going to buy food, you're going to buy toys for your kids, but you want to always keep some money to make sure that when your kid is going to school, they have enough money when your kids want to start either a business or something like that, or even marrying, right? A marriage, right? You know that we don't want to kickstart our kids with student loans. We want to start them ahead, right? So if you're an immigrant or you're first generation in Canada, I know that we are 2 generations away to actually catch up with the other generations, right? So if you come to Canada when you're older, so we look at just taking $100, putting it away, right? With the insurance world, which is about 350K, we know that by the age they are 30, they have about 52K, right? Sitting in there for them, they can actually like take that money. And at 65, they have about 695K, right? So this actually shows you that just by starting with $100 a month can take you a long way. Just putting that money aside, letting it grow for your family tree, right? Putting that money away so that your kids and their kids can have something to say, okay, you know what, if you are the first generation who came to Canada, they're gonna remember you like, hey, Uncle Dixon was in Canada and he did this for us. So it's all about getting educated, knowing what you can use, right? Putting all these tools in your back pocket so that you can create it. So what are the additional benefits to this plan?
The additional benefits is like you've mentioned, it's not there are no limits to how much you can put in.
Mhm,
That's one. The second thing is it's an insurance policy. So the moment your child applies for that when they are 5, they will never see medical examination again before they get any insurance because they have already been approved.
mhm,
So that's another plus, because let's say they get that insurance when they are 5 years old, and then later in life, God forbid, they are diagnosed with cancer. The good thing is cancer these days is medicine is improved. It can be cured if you discovered early.
Mm-hmm.
But then, if even if they get cured, sometimes they may not be even they are deemed to be not insurable. But in this situation, if this child had their insurance when they were 10 or 5, it doesn't matter because they have their insurance already in place.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing is this money is always tax free because it grows tax free and you can use it tax free. So remember, we said with education fund, education RESPs, if the children don't go to school, it goes back to the parent who contributed. But if they withdraw that money, they pay taxes. If they put it in their RSPs, if they have room, that's okay. But with this, it's money that comes to families tax free. We will always advise you on what to do so that the money is tax free and keeps growing tax free. And it can be used for anything. It's not limited to just school. You can use it for when you want to buy your first home, when you get married, when you want to travel. If ever we will travel again, I don't know what is
Yeah.
even if you want to start a business. So, or even if you want to let it grow and then start your intergenerational wealth right from there, then it goes down the generations.
Wow, guys, that's powerful information, right? So, when you go with the insurance world, there's no going to be medical underwriting for insurance later. So, well, let's say your kid is 25 and he needs to increase that, they can always increase it, right? And can buy additional insurance if they want, right? Intergenerational wealth creation. So you're building that, right? So this is powerful information where you can look at your kids and say, hey, look, okay, I have my kids and I came to Canada to make sure that you're going to work and making that family tree grow, right? So these are plans where it's going to help you to grow those, right? So you can reach us. You can reach Miss Nomser. The details are right here, right? Email address. You can reach out if you wanna know more information. For me, if you wanna book an appointment, you can go on my website. It's simple: www.dixonmaiden.com, and for Miss Nomser, my Maromo at gmail.com. Right. So for the families, right? So I'm just going to touch because I know we went through this fast. Maybe some people missed it. If you're watching this right now, please share the content so that other people can get this information. Um, so that people can get this information. So when how early can someone start? Let's say the kid was born yesterday. How early can they start with this?
They start when the child is 15 days old.
Okay.
Yeah, this for the police, you can start when the child is 15 days old. For the RSP, as soon as the child is born,
Mm-hmm.
then you can reach out to us and we can guide you on how to start an registered education savings plan for your child.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then we recommend that because the RSP is something that because you have control of you can put in sometimes and then sometimes you can skip. But when it's the life insurance, once you start, it's a commitment
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want it to lapse. So sometimes it also comes in with some discipline
Mm-hmm.
versus the RISP is good, but the insurance, we recommend that the insurance is better because some families will say, I'll open a savings account for my child.
Mm-hmm.
But again, there is no consistency. You are in control of that money. You can always go and withdraw it if you need it. But if it's somewhere where it's supposed to be growing for 20 years without you touching it, but building in it, compounding interest, building interest on interest, is going to grow, and then you see the benefits. And then we also recommend that we are going to be talking a lot about financial literacy because we recommend that people should start talking about finance on the dining room table
Mm-hmm.
because we don't want those children to get all that money and then they lose control. Because once we say the back ends here for families to be poor, we want it to continue generation to generation, passing on down the wealth.
Wow. So, guys, you heard that. It's all about educating your kids, educating yourselves too, so that you can make a better financial decisions, right? And like she said, we are working on making sure that we give you amazing information every week, so that you can be empowered, you can make better financial decision, because poverty, right? The only way you're going to get out from poverty is doing something about it, right? So you can't just sit around complaining about how things are tough, how poverty is there. It's making a decision, right? Not doing anything is still a decision, right? So if you find that this information is valuable, you can reach out to Nomsa or me, and we can always give you a complimentary service where we can look at your finances and look at, okay, which plan can work best for your family, right? So don't hesitate to share this information. That's how you're going to be able to help us, right? To reach more people, because your friends are not my friends. So if they see this content, they can reach out to us. And the phone numbers are in the comments on the video. My website is there. So before we go off, what other word of motivation or inspiration you want to give to the people who are watching today?
I just want to let them know that don't feel bad that you haven't started. You are not alone, and you are among. We are all among, me included. We are all among the 95% of the people in North America who are going to retire poor unless we do something starting today. So it's not too late to do what the 5% are doing. And remember, those 5% are the ones that are holding the 95% of the wealth. So we want to change things around. We might, Dixon and I might not see it happen during our life, but eventually we want to change things around. The way will continue going, that we want people to start doing what the 5% are doing. They are empowering their families with wealth that is built through life insurances.
Well, that's amazing, guys. So I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, Nomsar, for taking your time to explain and educate the people who are watching today. And for those people who are watching and you wish to get more information, you can reach out to Nomsa at 780-709-8172, or you can go on my website, www.dixonmaiden.com, and you can book an appointment there, and it's going to be in the comfort of your own home, right? So you're going to get a Zoom ID where you're going to be, you can do it in the same way, right? So don't hesitate. Don't feel bad, like she said, just because you haven't started. It's better to start today than to wait, right? It's better to start today. So, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you, Miss Nomsa, for giving me your time, for coming out live, and we're going to do more of this. So, different topics, right?
And I recommend if they have other topics they want us to cover, then we can also do that to it
Yes.
too.
So you can always email, go on my website, send me a text message, send her a text message, and say, hey, can you talk about anything, investment, insurance, debt, anything, right? So you can always reach out. So I want to say good night to you guys. I hope that you're going to spend the rest of your week. Stay safe. Stay, make sure you sanitize those hands when you go out. Yeah. So thank you so much, Miss Nomsar.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Dixon.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.